Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Boxer Boxing. Now, man, my boy, man, Jerry Forrest, man, the Genghis Khan killer, man. His last fight, he fought undefeated superstar boxer Zhang Zili, right? He fought Zhang Zili, and it went to a draw. Zhang Zili was pressuring my boy Jerry Forrest and getting to him earlier, catching him, and he was dropping Jerry Forrest, man. Dropped him multiple times in the beginning of the fight, and Jerry Forrest didn't quit, man. He rallied back and was working Zhili Zhang's body, and he basically, in my opinion, I thought he won the fight based off the work he was doing on Zhang Zili, to the point where some rounds were you can even score him 10-8 rounds. With that being said, man, my boy Jerry Forrest is coming back with a nice little soft touch. My boy Joe Jones, this August 26th, man. So it's gonna be a couple weeks away from Joe Jones, and this is a really big deal for my boy Jerry Forrest because, like I said earlier, he's the Genghis Khan killer, man. Some might call him Hannibal. But anyway, if you actually don't know, if you actually haven't been following Jerry Forrest's career, heavyweight fighter, 33 years old, 60. He's 6'1", a 78-inch reach advantage, and understand that he's fighting hard hitters early in his career. Now, when this guy was 8 or 9-0, he was fighting top guys like Michael Hunter and Gerald Washington. And Michael Hunter, now we've seen where his career went from there, right? And Gerald Washington at the time was that guy, right? They're both undefeated at the time. I understand that Gerald Washington, a lot of people don't consider him highly. They don't rate him highly, but understand Gerald Washington is the same guy who knocked out Robert Helenius. The same guy, Robert Helenius, who just knocked out undefeated superstar Polish boxer Adam Kunaki, right? So Gerald Washington's not a slouch at all. It's just a style matchup. This is the big boy division. Anyone can get stopped. So that being said, man, yeah, Gerald Washington is definitely a guy to, respect because he does have big wins. And if, Gerald Washington were to fight someone like Robert Helenius again, he would no doubt be a favorite just because they already fought once, and we all know what happened in that fight. Gerald Washington stopped the kid. So that being said, man, Jerry Forrest has fought top guys like Michael Hunter, and he went to decision with him. Michael Hunter's a hard hitter. He's known for knocking guys out. Actually, he just came off a knockout not too long ago. It was like a few days ago, actually. He just knocked the guy out, right? Mike Wilson just knocked the guy out, right? It was a devastating knockout. It was a pullback straight right, knocked the guy clean out, smooth. It was like I was watching Michael Jackson in the ring. It was a swoop, bop. The guy just fell. Crazy stuff, man. Nice pullback straight right from my boy Michael Hunter, man. Really advanced stuff for a heavyweight to do. I love the fast movement from my boy Michael Hunter. But man, this is about Jerry Forrest. People need to really understand that, there's a lot of people in boxing who aren't undefeated, who are superstar boxers, right? I just named a couple earlier, Gerald Washington, Michael Hunter, and now I'm talking about Jerry Forrest, because a lot of people, when they're fighting a star, they'll quit. And my boy Jerry Forrest did not quit against Zhili Zhang, even though he got dropped multiple times. He came to fight, and you're gonna get the best of the best when you have a fighter like that. The losses in Jerry Forrest's career are to elite level fighters. All the losses, you're gonna recognize their names, and I guess I run down them for you so you can understand who they are. I already talked about Michael Hunter. I already talked about Gerald Washington. The other loss he has is against Carlos Takam, and I guess you're not gonna know this other guy, Joshua Tufte. It could be French, but yeah. But for the most part, 3 of the 4 guys, you know who they are, right? And Carlos Takam's a hard hitter, and he didn't get knocked out by Carlos Takam. So that being said, Jerry Forrest has a resume of deep fighters because he lost earlier in his career. So he started fighting these big names right away. And these are the names I can name off the top of my head. I can get onto these other guys too, but you wouldn't know who they are because, it's just not in the public mainstream media about who these top fighters are. Because there's a lot of fighters that go unspoken who are really elite level fighters, but they just don't have that media coverage. But that being said, man, my boy Jerry Forrest is coming back, man. I'm really excited to see him come back against Joe Jones. And, he's really been on my radar since the Zhili Zhang fight. But I took a deep dive in his resume, man. And he's fought in some elite level fighters, like I said earlier. And his chin definitely held up against undefeated superstar boxer Zhili Zhang. If you didn't know, man, Zhili Zhang's He's the best fighter out of China right now. He's the #1 ranked fighter in China, right? The guy's 6'6". He's huge, big guy, and he's softball, right? So that was Zhilei Zhang's closest fight in his career, i.e. the reason why it's his only draw in his career. The guy has no losses, and he's mostly a knockout artist with 22 wins and 17 knockouts. So Zhilei Zhang is not a slouch. He's that guy. The best, there's billions of people in China, and Zhilei Zhang's the best of the best. Just facts. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about it though, man. Are you guys excited to see Jerry Forrest back in the ring? I am, man. Against Joe Jones. A lot of people want to see top fighters against top fighters all the time, but he just came off of war with Zhilei Zhang, and this is a short turnover, that being less than 6 months by the time they get in the ring, because my boy Jerry fought in late February and he's fighting in late August. That's barely a 6 months turnover. So that's pretty active. That's pretty good for heavyweight, really active. So let me know how you guys feel about it though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geobox Empire. Peace.